Welcome to River City Live. We have a stacked show today. In a little bit, we're going to go out to Extreme Exotics and learn about great pets for the entire family. We're also going to make some ice cream sandwiches that you could do at home.
I like that. And I take you on an adventure over in the Springfield neighborhood where the Jacksonville Library has created an outdoor experience for the whole family.
And speaking of outdoor experience, well, Shayna from Sunray Cinema has something lined up. Shayna, welcome back to River City Live.
Thank you.
Every time we meet with you, you have something new that you're constantly reinventing. So for starters, new releases are back now in theaters, so that is huge.
That's huge. Chris Nolan's Tenet is the big movie we've all been waiting for. The date got pushed back and then pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and one of them had to stick. Finally, August 31st, we're doing today our very first screenings, 6:30 in the evening of Tenet, and our very first show's all sold out already.
Very cool.
It's part of the reason that got pushed back. They were like, this movie is not television. You need to see this on the big screen.
Yeah, I think some people would tell you that it is in Christopher Nolan's whole mission to make sure that people are going to the movies. And so even if it's going to be at a really restricted capacity like we have, he said, we're not putting this out anywhere until we can put it in a theatrical release.
Love it.
And you also have a venture with Bill and Ted, right? So let's talk about that.
So if you don't want to be in an auditorium, even at 20% capacity, we have other options. So Bill and Ted 3, Face the Music. It's so good. It is a lot of fun. I was just talking about it's a message that we all need to see.
Yeah.
And that we opened it this last weekend, and great shows. And then coming up Thursday, Friday, Saturday of this week, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we'll have screenings of that at 8 o'clock at Tailgaters for our drive-in. And then we've got some other films those days too.
And where's Tailgaters at?
Tailgaters, it's down by the stadium, 225 Talleyrand Avenue.
Very cool. And that's a
Yeah.
great opportunity just to see something a little bit different. You're outside if you're not comfortable with going inside a movie theater. But I'll tell you, the last time I was at Sunray, you're doing so much to keep people safe. Let's talk about that.
Sure. So right now you could be open to the public as a movie theater seating 50% capacity. We looked at our room, we felt out our team, and we came to the conclusion we're not quite there yet. We're ready to be open. We want to make sure we're of service to communities with this new release, but we don't want to do it too quickly. So we came up with this idea that we call slow Tenet around the theater. So limited show times in order to make sure that we have a maximum amount of time in between to use our snazzy electrostatic disinfectant sprayer.
Which I had the chance to use.
You did well.
It is so cool. So basically, if you didn't see that, you just turn it on and it sends this fog throughout the entire theater. And what does it take? About 10 or 15 minutes to do the entire room. And then that is really effective against the coronavirus.
It is. And we're finding that one thing we know about this virus is we don't know everything about this virus, right? So in addition to that, we've got some new UVC filters that we're using in our air conditioning unit to make sure that we're considering that as well, in addition to all the distancing options. So to make sure that you're going to be sitting far apart from the people who you did not buy tickets with, there's reserved seating now in the auditorium. So if you buy a ticket, you'll be able to see exactly where you're sitting away from everyone else.
Now, all of that is well and good, but you know where my mentality is. We've got all this deliciousness sitting in front of us, and we haven't tapped on that yet. What is going on with this pizza?
Okay, so we brought you some of our Pizza Cave size pizzas, which is if you're doing by the slice and you want to eat pizza in a cave at 1018 Park Street. Our kitchen is cranking out would you like one?
Wait, let me think about it.
Okay, so we've got our Pagan Love Song right here, which is a ham and pineapple and jalapeno and swirl of sriracha there.
Okay.
And then we'll do the God Bowl pizza for you, named after Mayor Jake, which is pork and pickle and barbecue sauce.
Oh, wow.
And then, so we do these by the slice in the Pizza Cave, but this is kind of hard to manage in a movie theater setting, right? You want to pass it down to your buddy, that doesn't work. So I brought the baby versions. It's a baby God Bowl. And then we've got our 10-inch Pagan Love Song. So if you come into the theater for Tenets this weekend, you can order one of these guys. If you're coming to Bill and Ted, or if you're coming to Scott Pilgrim versus the World on Thursday, or if you're coming to Donnie Darko on Friday, or you're coming to Rocky Horror on Saturday at Tailgaters, you can stop at the Pizza Cave and pick up your food to bring in your car to eat. So it's the whole Sunray experience, but slice style.
So you can take it on the go and obviously have it in the theater. And one more thing I want to talk about, Sunray on Demand.
Yes.
So you started to do this when they weren't releasing movies to theaters.
Got it.
But because of demand of that, you're continuing with it. Can you explain what that is?
Sure. So we've got our 2 auditoriums, one that seats 161, and that's the one that we're selling to 20% capacity. Our smaller auditorium is 41 seats. We're not quite sure when we're going to be comfortable selling that room to any kind of capacity, but if you have a birthday coming up and you want to watch your favorite movie, that room is a really good option for a private rental. So we're offering those 7 days a week. We've even got some rentals in our big rooms sometimes.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You can watch what you want, have the friends that you want by your side, and have this great pizza. Now, if people want to learn more about anything happening at Sunray, where can they go?
Yeah, sunraycinema.com is great. A lot of people find out what's going on via Facebook and Instagram as well. That's the most often updated.
Shayna, it's always great to see you. You always have something up your sleeve. So again, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate it.
Thanks always for having me. Oh, I'm so glad you like it.
I'm going to have some in just a second, but recently I had the opportunity to go out to Extreme Exotics. It is a pet store like nothing you have ever seen. And if you're looking for a pet for the family, you have to check this place out. Let's take a look.